As we age, our metabolism begins to slow down. You know that. The average person loses 6.6 pounds of muscle per decade, some a lot more than that. Muscle is a metabolic fat-burning engine, and the phrase use it or lose it is a very true statement. By exercising and giving the body enough protein to repair itself, you can not only keep your muscle mass longer, but you can increase your musculature. How much protein do you need to consume? That's up for debate. For active people, let me recommend 0.5 grams per pound, or 1 gram for half your body weight is an easier way to look at it. For example, I weigh 240 pounds. I would need to take 120 grams a day. The body can't really metabolize more than 30 grams per sitting. So I should consume, for my body weight, 4 meals of 30 grams of protein per day. Some of that will be in the form of other protein sources that you consume, but just so you know, that's what you should probably look at consuming per day to support and sustain your lean muscle mass. Now, Wilderness Athlete, we use multiple protein sources. It's somewhat of an overlapping approach, or a layering effect, if you will. And in doing so, where one protein may have a weak amino acid profile in one area, the other protein source comes in and fills it in because it's strong in that particular amino acid, and you end up with a very strong, complete protein profile. They call it a PE ratio. So that's what we use at Wilderness Athlete. If you've ever purchased protein in the past, you've probably experienced some of the things I experienced. Early on, I would just eat way too much protein, and it was a cheap source. You know, the protein market's flooded with cheap overseas proteins, and they don't put anything in them. It's just bad protein with filler. And you end up being bloated, you feel uncomfortable, a lot of gas is consistent with bad proteins. So consider that. At Wilderness Athlete, you know, you get what you pay for and you don't get what you don't pay for. And we put in branched chain amino acids on top of the protein source to support it. Not only is our protein profile extremely powerful with those blended proteins, we include branched chain amino acids to really beef it up. And then we add a vitamin pack to support even more. So you're not just getting protein, you're getting an extremely complete product that can help fill in and support you from a protein standpoint. I don't know if you're aware of this, but when you're training physically, regardless of the exercise that you choose, I call it self-induced trauma, where you have micro tears, you have things in your body, your muscles that need to be fed and repaired. There's little tiny cracks. That's what protein does. It's kind of like spackle or plaster, where once you're done, you need to go in and put that plaster in that muscle so that it can strengthen, support, repair, grow. So consider that when you're training at a very high level, you have to feed the muscle in order for it to grow and get stronger. So having said all of this, I just want you to understand that I am a big proponent of adequate amounts of protein. Not too much, but you have to have adequate amounts so that you can repair, recover, train hard the next day, and again, support the most precious metabolic engine you have, which is your muscle. So consider that. Take a close look at Wilderness Athlete Protein. It comes in 2 flavors, vanilla and chocolate. It's all for you, because the most important piece of equipment you own is you.